Sasria, as the only company in South Africa that insures you against civil unrest.
I'm Tapele Mokoena, and this is The Insurance Apprentice. In our previous episode, our teams were challenged to create a campaign that invoked meaning and pride around purchasing car and home insurance. Now, both teams presented their ideas, and in the most dramatic elimination yet, my lady was sent home. And now the contestants return to fight another day. But with every elimination, the competition grows more intense.
Last week's elimination was very intense. It was still surprising and it still hits home.
One thing I learned is that you can never be too comfortable in this competition.
Last week's elimination was horrible. It really messes with you. My sister passed away last year. She was hit by a drunken driver and died on the scene. That was a very challenging time in my life. Losing her has taught me strength that I never thought I had. Had I not gotten through that loss, I would have never had the courage to enter the competition.
The dynamics of the competition has changed and everything is turning a bit sour.
I'm not changing my strategy. It worked last time because we won, so clearly I choose to stick with it.
Being the bottom two of a winning team is still the bottom two, and I really needed to up my game.
The thing that's motivating me is a fresh start. It's a new day, and we have to put our best foot forward.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
Before we get started with the next challenge, let me remind you why you're all here. The Insurance Apprentice will win 100,000 Rand cash from Aon South Africa, 100,000 Rand investment from Discovery Insure, a trip to Mauritius for two with 100,000 Rand from Elite Risk Acceptances, a global networking experience sponsored by Lloyd's, and 100,000 Rand bursary from Mill Park Education. That's not it. A leadership development course from Gibbs with 400,000 Rand sponsored by Incita. And of course, other top-ups to make this the biggest prize pool ever.
Yeah.
I would be excited too. Now, for the next challenge. I know you might be wondering what this amazing looking wheel is for. I've got someone who's gonna help break it down for us. Our next guest judge, please help me welcome Mr. Jaco Brits from Old Mutual Insure.
I'm Jaco Brits, I'm Executive for Strategic Projects and Change at Old Mutual Insure. Old Mutual Insure is a trusted name in insurance, and we are focused at protecting what you've worked hard to build. A good contestant for me today would be someone that shows creativity, innovation, and don't just come with a generic solution. There should be something that is realistic, it can be implemented quickly, but that truly changes the experience of a client without compromising trust or the human connection.
For today's challenge, you will be taking on the persona of a broker and the judges will be your clients. Using technology and AI, you will spin the wheel and you need to improve the client experience without compromising on customer experience, trust, and loyalty. The different problems you will get would be service strain, loyalty loss, digital doubt, or neglected needs. There will also be a second wheel that contains a bit of a twist. This will either be a risk or a reward, which will be revealed later. So good luck and enjoy the challenge.
I was excited. I'm from a subsidiary of Old Mutual, so I was like, probably got this one in the bag.
Now, to help get us started, I'm gonna divide you guys into two teams. So, in the first team, we've got Jordan, Asanda, and Karabo.
It was a breath of fresh air. I guess it's enlightening. You want to be with the best, right?
And of course, the rest make the second team.
I think my team actually has the skills that matter for this particular challenge, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Now, I hope you guys have decided who your team leaders are.
Yes.
Yes,
All right,
we have.
let's start with your team, Gugu. Who is your
chose
chosen leader?
KG proved herself the last time I worked with her because she was a little firefighter there.
And team one?
We've chosen Jordan. Our task was to choose leaders of our teams. We chose Jordan. We had to spin the wheel of fate, and that actually dictated what our brief was for the day.
So ladies first. KG, I'm gonna ask you to come up. and take your shot at spinning the wheel.
Kotatsu spins the wheel and it lands on needs neglected, and I give a yes sign because I understand when they mention that we must always maintain that human touch, of which is what I practice.
And of course, second spin, teams will be to choose a number.
I feel out of my depth a bit. I haven't been in a broker space for long. So the problem makes sense. I just don't know if I have the solution for it.
Jordan spins the wheel and we land on digital doubt. I wasn't looking for that as my problem statement, but we'll take it as it goes.
Ow, can we spin again? With the chance we took today, it was not chancing. I'm just like, no, no.
So you guys have chosen the problem that you're solving. Now with me here, I've got 2 envelopes. And in these envelopes are risk or reward. And of course, you'll find out later what those are. For now, we've got some work to get to. So let's get straight to those challenges, and all the best to you guys.
Thank you.
Let's go.
So that's an interesting challenge, but
Right.
The difficulty in this task personally is that I'm not a broker. I've had very little experience in the front office or client-facing space. So I think the real challenge is understanding that market and then identifying the pain points, especially when you're not really in that space.
So I wanted us to look at it twofold, right?
Okay, do you mind if I write this down?
No, that's fine. You can. So what I mean by that is I want us to look at the needs of the client, which the broker services,
And the broker.
and the broker's needs. I figured that we don't look at the needs of just the client, but also look at the needs of a broker, and then we solution from that point of view. And I think then the conversation started flowing where everybody added.
Clients will always want to put their reliance and trust on their broker because they just want ease of admin, everything. But I want to make sure I can trust you on this. So obviously with being
So trust is a very big factor.
and
It's a
exactly.
very, very big factor, and we need to play on that. I'm very impulsive, so I think and act immediately. So I get light bulb moments and good ones too, because in most challenges they're always using my ideas. So
The one thing I do want to mention on that point is in the brief, trust is highlighted, and we've all discussed this. I am very much of the opinion that pure AI implemented in things does reduce the trust that people have.
I was glad that Ty actually brought that aspect, that AI does lose touch in a human aspect. I actually wanted to solution so much for AI that had he not brought that point, I would have forgotten the human aspect. So I'm glad he brought it up so early.
guys, I feel like we have a lot of great ideas. Now we just need to put it together. So yeah, let's get cracking.
So you guys excited about the challenge?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, eh?
It's tricky.
So we walk into the workspace and the first thing we start to do is read the brief very briefly just to get an idea of what we have to do.
So our problem is digital doubts. Technology feeling intimidating, confusing, or untrustworthy for the broker's clients.
Yeah.
So I think, we're all customers to someone. We've all got insurance. Yes, it may not be through a brokerage, but we understand that logic. So I think let's say what our pain points are from a digital perspective. We are the customer that we are speaking to. So if we can solution for ourselves, chances are we have solution for the majority. We need to keep the human element, but also we must focus on the fact that this is technology and AI. So we need to find a way to marry the two.
What we really were trying to avoid this day, which could be our strategy, was wasting too much time. And we tried to say, okay, since we all understand the brief, let's take 20 minutes to ourselves. And then after 20 minutes, we discuss the solutions that we've came with. And by so doing, allowing ourselves to save time.
It's a simple solution.
Yeah.
Simple-ish.
Simple.
Simple in concept.
Yeah.
But more challenging to build. Okay, so let's get started, guys. I'm definitely confident being paired up with Karabo and Asanda and hoping that we could really get out something the judges love.
Sasria ensures that when things go bad, Sasria makes good. Sasria ensures that when things go bad, Sasria makes good.
Welcome back to The Insurance Apprentice. Our teams have been hard at work using technology and AI to improve the client experience without losing trust or the human connection. Each team spun a wheel to reveal the problem they must solve, while a second wheel held a hidden risk or reward. Now it's time for the judges to reveal the twist.
So the judges enter. At that moment, we got a bit of structure. We understand that we need to clarify the problem statement. We decided to do that individually.
We have a hard-working team here.
Hi, judges.
Hi, judges.
Hello, guys. How you guys feeling?
Excited of the challenge, also
Yeah.
a bit nervous, there's a lot at stake.
Yeah. Nox?
I'm expecting a lot of energy to come through today. I mean, you guys should be excited. You're almost at that finish line. Can you guys just bring me up to speed as to what you're working on?
For the past few minutes, we're basically looking at pain points that we ourselves experience as consumers of digital products. I never enjoy it when the judges check in, but it's quite valuable because they always have a way of steering us in the right direction. It's very easy to miss the brief. So to have that contribution for them is helpful.
And are you putting yourselves in the feet of these clients? Is
Yes.
this something you feel you experience? Will this solution make your life easier? How is it going there?
I think that was a focal point for us. We needed to start there because we are clients to insurers. Asanda, for example, is a client to a broker. So we need to highlight that because as long as we speak to ourselves, we're speaking to the clients in general.
I think up the energy. This is something exciting. You can
Yes.
change the life of a client. Like up the energy, make sure you bring it as you present back. It should be convincing and it's something you would also love to be implemented.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, of course.
I think, unfortunately, because of our attempt to save time, they might have not have had enough time to critique what they actually heard the full concept of.
And the only feedback I have is the verdict from your second spin of the wheel, which you spun, Jordan.
Yes, sir.
And of course, we landed on a number, and there's a reason you landed on that number, and I'm about to read what that reason is.
So judges did tell us there was going to be a twist early on, and Tapelo comes in with the judges and pulls out this black envelope. We are waiting in anticipation because it's either going to be a risk or a reward.
Your captain will be joining the other team.
Scary moment. For me, I was concerned because I've already started wrapping my mind around this problem, and I have to go and restart.
So I'm not quite sure how lucky that is.
That's not
That's
so
not
lucky.
so lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
I think what just added insult to injury is he asked Jordan, so Jordan, how do you feel? And he's like, we chose lucky number 3. I've never seen luck run out of a room like that.
Okay, guys, good luck.
You can leave your papers.
I felt for them, and I understood why. But at the end of the day, they become my competitors.
All the best, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. See you soon. Thank you. Good luck, Jordan.
Good luck, Jordan.
Thank you, judges.
Thank you, judges.
I'm not happy about the twist. We've done so much work independently, but it is what it is. It's a lesson learned. I am confident that we can recover, but at this point, that's exactly how I feel.
Okay, so guys, we tried to, everything that we spoke about, right? Just to simplify it into key points so that we understand what we are solutioning for.
When you say key points, is the key points you're going to be speaking to in the presentation, or what key points is this?
So we're busy actually putting the ideas together. We still haven't gotten very far, and the judges walk in.
How's everything going?
Everything is going well. So prior to you guys arriving, we were trying to clarify the roles of a broker, insurer, and a client.
You know, we had a lot of information and we just weren't finding any structure at this point. It just seemed like information overload. We had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, guys, okay, so we're not looking for your entire pitch. We just wanted to find where you are.
Okay.
And to me, I'm hearing onboarding, I'm hearing new clients, I'm hearing claims, I'm hearing education. It sounds a bit all over the place. Focus on something, don't be too all over the place, and do it really well.
I think we over-explained and then we didn't clarify what the problem is that we're trying to solve for. So I'm glad they even gave us that feedback to simplify, because it made us realize that we kind of are over the place.
Now, what I want you to think about, whilst you're keeping that in mind, is the choices you made earlier on. You spun the wheel, and of course, what's going on? Google.
Another curveball.
The opposite, another.
I was not looking forward to that twist because, I mean, we had our AI challenges and our dynamics in our team already. So I'm like, oh, what now?
You did spin the wheel.
Yes.
You chose your problem to solve.
Yep.
And of course, you spun the second time to pick a number. I've got an envelope on me, and this is the number you picked. So let's find out what's in the envelope. You guys ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
All right. So, what this team has to do is vote on one member who will leave this team and join the other team.
Sapelo says that we amongst ourselves have to choose who we want to go and work with the other team.
You look like you're ready. You look like you've thought about it.
So the person I'd vote for to join the other team is Gugu.
It's Gugu. Vote one.
I chose to sacrifice Gugu because I do feel we weren't necessarily going to get far, purely in the sense that I won't call it disruption, but abruptly speak, and then obviously attend to her. And, you know, it was that element that I understand, but it just wasn't conducive.
From where we are in the challenge and how far, I'd say Peko.
You'd say Peko. So one vote Gugu and one vote Peko.
And I voted for Pego in retaliation because I was going to vote for Cyril. So when he said Pego, I was like, oh, Pego, you know? So I honestly voted for him in retaliation.
Terrell, sir.
Gugu. I voted for Gugu. I felt like the three of us, we were on the same page, and Gugu very much take an approach of speak first, listen second, and it can eat into the time you have to present something.
There's 2 votes Gugu and 1 vote Peko. That leaves you.
Gugu.
So that is your decision made. 3 votes Gugu. You get to get up and join us, and we'll make our way, and you'll join your new team.
All right.
That's what it is.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
We're not leaving you in limbo. You ready to meet your new team member?
I knew who I didn't want. I knew I didn't want Asanda. We were very passive-aggressive in the last task. I think we had very weird dynamics. So at this point in time in the competition, I don't want to work with someone I don't get along with.
Please welcome Jordan.
This is real. Like, okay, great.
It's realer than real.
Compared to the other team, we have no broker experience. They have all the broker experience. So I couldn't be walking out there smiling and clapping, but yeah, I think it's a little bit of relief knowing that you've got people you can lean on for their strengths in that team.
I think we've done our bit. Okay. Let's take you to your new team. Gugu.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you. Good luck, Gugu.
All right, guys, all the best as usual.
I feel more confident that there's somebody that we can work towards a common goal with. Because I did feel we were just going to tangent while Gugu was present.
So Jordan leaves the room, and we don't know what happened that side. So our minds are racing, and then the door opens, and Gugu walks in. And she didn't just walk in, she was loud about it.
My brother, just today, guys, just I thought we have a peaceful day. Don't play it, babe.
The girls were excited as I was. I mean, Bato winner, hey. Oh, we were so happy. They were happy to see me. I was happy to be with them. Good vibes, smiles all around.
Oh, they kicked you out.
So the expertise that Gugu brings is sales. So we've gone from one sales manager to another salesperson. It's just came in the form of a female this time.
Talk about your curveballs. But the teams will have to step up to the plate if they want to impress the judges and stay in the competition.
Sasria ensures that when things go bad, Sasria makes good. Sasria ensures that when things go bad, Sasria makes good.
Now, it has been a stressful day here on The Insurance Apprentice. Our teams were tasked to use technology and AI to improve the client experience. It seems simple enough, but nothing is simple in this competition. The risk or reward wheel revealed that 2 of our contestants had to swap teams. Let's see if the teams were able to bounce back from that curveball, as the first team is about to present to our judges.
Walking into the presentation, there was a lot of twists and turns in the task for the day. Well, I was confident in the concept we're going to go and pitch to the judges, but I wasn't confident in the delivery because we never had time to prep it.
Welcome, team.
take it away.
As brokers, our job is to partner with the clients that we service for them to better understand their risk and how that translates into a safety net in a form of a policy. But what we find is that some of the needs of our clients are actually not met in that process. Our clients actually don't understand the risk that it is that we cover. How that translates to a broker experience is that we are perceived to have an expertise gap. And then also from a communication point of view, we are never to be seen either only at renewal stage and only at claim stage. But in between, we are nowhere to be found, which impacts our ability to have a relationship with the clients that we serve. I felt comfortable with the team. I didn't quite know what we're going to do holistically because we couldn't get through our dry run. But I was like, everybody is confident in their individual contributions. So I was like, we'll be fine.
So what we're seeing as an impact and as a result from poor client interaction is that A, the rejected claims will be higher. We have picked up as well that as an industry, it's taken some time to actually transform from being admin driven to actually try and be more efficient. This has actually caused a delay in the whole insurance cycle. But now, because we are your brokers, we have obviously sit back and actually strategized and thought about a solution that will help address these neglected needs as well.
We're busy presenting in front of the judges. The nerves were there, but I believe we have a good solution in place. But as the presentation going, I'm more focused on the sense that deliver and execute well.
As our clients, we know the days are busy, and keeping up with your cover and having that peace of mind that you haven't missed anything is always a back of mind. We've designed a tool that supports you as the client first, as well as the broker, to ensure we make it easy for you to connect with us. Using AI and the technology that we've been empowered, we want to get your information up front, so when we come through and talk to you as your broker, it doesn't need to be multiple conversations. Second to that, we've built an integrated solution that centralizes everything so that when you talk to your broker, every conversation is recorded. We're always keeping the broker, the advisor, the specialist, and that relationship intact, making sure they can give you the sense of comfort you need in the times you need it the most.
At that first interaction with the client, provided they've given us the consent to do so, we would be able to put together key metrics about them and have a first draft of our needs analysis. Thus, the process moves from an interrogation of the client, asking them for the details, to an actual validation process. Secondly, should we see any changes, we would then be able to ping an alert to the broker to communicate with the client and request, should they change cover, are there any other differences that need to be included? We do not want the client to feel, have I communicated this to you? This AI platform ensures that we have adequate information. And furthermore, the part we want to reduce is rejecting claims due to not having certain measures in place. In all honesty, I don't think today was my best showing. Definitely feels like the worst task presentation I've done.
Yaku, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, part of your brief was around trust. How do you feel that enables trust into a digital sphere where now I'm constantly being monitored also to make sure what happens, and how do I know at a claim stage again, it's not evidence gathering, but it's more to protect me?
As a broker, the relationship is between us and the clients. So what as a broker really needs to do is to advocate to the insurer on why the claim actually needs to be paid. If you feel we are misusing their information, the form of recourse that you have because of the interactions at place, you can use it again in the courts of law or again with the ombudsman that is available.
The delivery didn't articulate the solution in the right way. So yeah, rightfully so, the questions were being asked because there's fear that it will become a stalking app.
Okay, I wasn't clear on what neglected need you were actually addressing. You mentioned an expertise gap, you mentioned a personalization sort of focus, and a communication gap. So was it all of those, or do you want to succinctly just tell me what need is this solving?
Information, essentially, whether it's given to us or given to you.
Yeah, it feels very invasive, actually. The more I think about it and the more you're trying to sell it to us as clients.
It started to be prevalent that we're not really landing the actual solution that we're trying to present. We were not trying to create the next Big Brother concept. So we tried to really recover.
When you started the presentation, Khotatso and Beko, you both used some terms that as a client disturbed me a little bit. Things like broker failure, only visiting once a year. And I was just wondering, If I'm already engaging you as my broker and I'm hearing that this is actually how you perceive how you're currently dealing with me, how does that make me feel as the client? Can you respond to that?
Maybe the use of words of in your face is not what we wanted to communicate. We essentially wanted to communicate that we are here at every single point of your journey, from renewal, if you have a claim. That's the message we're trying to communicate, that we are not just there at renewal. Whether it's renewal, whether it's a claim, even if either one doesn't happen, even in between, we are there. That's essentially the message we were trying to bring across. I think sometimes when you're nervous, you say things that you don't even hear yourself until somebody says it. So yeah, I expressed that the words we used were not intentional. They didn't clearly articulate what we meant. What we meant is we want to just be there and communicate intentionally, not just be in your face for the purpose of it.
Can any of you, and I'll let you decide, sum up exactly what your solution is in just a couple of sentences, not more than 30 seconds?
The solution is a tool to empower brokers to make better decisions with clients, to increase their touch points with them. And the way it does that is the access of data to support them in their day-to-day and to reduce the admin in the process. It allows clients to connect with the brokers, to know when a client needs that touch point, that advice, that expertise, given the wide array of clients that brokers deal with.
So Tai's last 30-second wrap-up of the entire brief, I think, really saved it. And at that moment, I thought it was enough. I was like, okay, I'm hoping. That sounded closer to our solution than most of what we spoke about. And I was like, okay, we can breathe.
Thank you.
Thanks, team.
You may go.
I really feel like we did put something together. I left calm, and from the morning, I had a goal, and that was to do my best and get a praise from Simon and Knox. Bold statements, but I really do wish we the team that goes through.
What did you think?
Yeah, I think it's still for me proactive versus reactive, but I do feel like they've got something there.
There's an idea.
There's definitely something there.
They need to overcome the privacy issues. Though.
Yeah, but I didn't hate it.
I think we had a very good solution. I think it is a complex problem. It is hard. And I do think the changing of team dynamics definitely altered things.
How are you guys feeling?
Very defeated,
Same.
if I'm being honest.
Like, our team was great. I just think we got too specific on things that were not required to be specific on. I think I didn't like when they picked on me.
By generalization of what the judges asked and the responses, I think KG was in the firing line. She was under pressure. And yeah, I just tried to reassure that, you know what, let's hope the solution is good enough holistically that keeps the team safe.
I definitely do not feel safe. I think today was my worst outing. Felt very underprepared. I tried to give it my best, but sometimes the best isn't good enough.
Stay tuned as our second team has their chance to impress our judges right after this. The race for the title of Insurance Apprentice continues. Team 1 has taken their shot. Will Team 2 step up when they face our judges? Let's find out.
So we are now going to see the judges, and our presentation was literally sent 30 seconds before we walked in. But one thing that we were certain about is our idea. So if nothing else, we were passionate about it because it came from us.
Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Let's hear what you got.
Many clients often find themselves feeling alone, sometimes disconnected from their brokers when they need it the most. Another reality, something that we know about you, our clients, is that digital products can be intimidating. That's why we have come up with the solution, and we're excited to present MyTrust that not only simplifies insurance. What MyTrust does, it's a 3-pillar approach that explains insurance terms, has a human element, and also a face of your broker that keeps you feeling comfortable. I'm usually someone that likes reciting what she's going to say. I didn't really do that time around. I think also because I was focused on the solution So I'm not really confident when it starts. I stutter a bit.
We found that many of our clients find insurance jargon very, very confusing. Hence, we've then created or implemented an element where the client will then just click a question mark and that a pop-up will come up where it's simple English terms and all these insurance jargon words are then explained in simple terms. It equips the client with an understanding and then also puts the client in a position to make an informed decision. What we presented today was our own idea. We literally, our brainchild, we came up with it. It was our concept. We ran with it as confidently as we can.
Another exciting solution that we came up with is Simple Simon. It's basically an AI assistant. So what you do, you have a persona that you create. You can click whether your Simple Simon is female or male. You can choose the voice that they'll speak to you in. It gives you that personal experience. This eliminates the intimidation of using a platform like this because there's a voice behind it. Therefore, it becomes a person. And that's the experience that we want to give you.
And lastly, we've got Assurance. With Assurance, it creates broker AI-generated videos. Should you have any general questions or frequently asked questions, you have your broker that will explain it to you through those AI-generated videos. Secondly, when you are logging a claim, for example, what it does is there's different cues to pick up on your signals. And if you are frustrated, it senses that and it sends a message to your broker to give you a call. You go from doubt and it turns it into confidence. We go from confusion to clarity. You feel supported at all times and every step of the way. You then feel that technology feels human again, and it still maintains the relationship between yourself and your broker. It seemed as though everything was against us. And here we are with an idea that is amazing. So yes, there was passion there, nothing else, pure passion.
So our implementation plan is broken up into 6 months. So in our first month is where we'll then have the client confusion mapping. In phase 2, we then start working on the Explain It video, which is going to be month 2 and 3. In phase 3, this is where we launch Simple Simon as well as Explain It. And lastly, the pilot rollout. So we then test, all our work on those pilot clients.
And lastly, the financial plan for our pilot. For the video explainer library, as well as script production and AI rendering, we estimate a cost of about 120,000. For AI behavior detection module, we estimate a cost of about 180,000 Rand. For a secure portal integration, we estimate a cost of about 150,000. For broker training and app, governance, workshops, and compliance setup, we estimate a cost of about 50,000 Rand. For security and AMP, watermark system and video verification tech, we estimate a cost of about 60,000. This brings the pilot to an estimated cost of 560,000 Rand. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your confidential financial plan with your clients. That's something brokers don't normally do.
It's quite unfortunate because Jaco did explain over and over again, don't forget you're speaking to the client. So we sort of took it as though we were speaking to someone sponsoring what we're trying to do. That was a very big mistake on our part.
Jaco, do you want to kick us off?
A lot of us is also around reinforcing that broker relationship.
Yes.
If all of us is app-driven, app talks to me, app explains it to me, where does the broker fit in?
So we did explain that there's a lot of prompts that would go to the broker. For example, in the claims process, for distress signals, your broker is able to speak to you directly. The broker is literally the app. Maybe we were failing to communicate effectively what we meant because the broker is part of the whole solutioning.
I like the idea of videos. I think people do tend to watch videos, but I don't know if you've heard of the attention economy. So we're all competing for that few seconds of somebody's attention. How do you propose getting people to educate themselves with these videos?
Because it is an after-sales app, that's where it comes into the journey. The client already has that relationship with the broker. So if at any point in time they do have those questions, then they go to the app. It makes it easy for them to maintain the relationship with the broker and also go there for information in the absence of their broker calling them.
The connection between getting digitally doubtful people to use this platform and see how amazing it is was not made still for me. And then on the pilot rollout plan, wouldn't it serve you better to identify the most digitally apprehensive of your clientele instead of rolling it out to like a random 300 or 600, I think that was the number you gave. Why would you not, in addressing digital doubt, identify those people who are least likely to trust a digital solution?
You need to remember, as you answered, that this is after sales. We're dealing with a broker book. So we're not looking for new people.
Can you wrap up your response in 30 seconds?
Okay.
Thank you.
We're not dealing with, new clientele. We're actually dealing with our book. And in our book, we want to actually get our clients to engage and experience these features. So hence, we want to utilize our clients where we see that, yes, we've had complaints, we've had, certain issues. That's why we want to use them to test out this amazing new product.
Yeah. You didn't answer that in the best way. I'll tell you why. You're about to spend, as a brokerage, I don't know how big you are, almost 600,000 rands on a solution and then roll it out where you're addressing digital doubt. And you haven't even tested whether the people that are most digitally doubtful would use this. That's my closing comment.
I think there's some good ideas here, though. I mean, I do want to leave you with that. I like the presentation, so we'll be discussing it. And yeah, thanks for your efforts.
Thank you so much, judges.
So when we're done presenting, guys, my team and we're pushing passion, do you understand? And we made mistakes, we fumbled. I enjoyed that presentation. Like, it didn't matter. I was feeling great. I was feeling confident. I was feeling amazing, honestly.
It was not bad. They just had one or two elements that they hadn't thought through.
There was some good innovation.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, I was making notes on how to improve it because I liked it that much. Yeah. So definitely. However, just...
Yeah, it's got legs, yeah, definitely.
No, but Simon did say that we had great ideas.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were passionate.
I was very proud of what we achieved. One thing we did say is that if nothing else, we're proud of our idea. And we back it 100%. I think it showed in how we presented it as well.
I wasn't quite happy with myself in terms of the intro. I don't think I presented to the best of my ability. I'm afraid that if we are the losing team, I might actually have to go home.
We are not going home. We are not going home. Charlie's Angels.
Both our teams have had a chance to impress our judges. But who did enough to stay in the competition and who will be going home? We'll find out in the eliminations right after this. The day has been packed with challenges and unexpected turns here on The Insurance Apprentice. And our judges have had the difficult task of deciding who has done enough to stay in this competition.
Definitely potential on both sides, but also some gaps on both of them.
On this side of the table, I'm like, okay, cool, efficiency, but at what cost?
I enjoyed the delivery, but it still felt like there was something lacking there.
Now, the moment of reckoning is here. Who will continue their journey and who will be sent home? Teams, welcome to elimination.
So whenever you go back to the judges' room and it's elimination time, you are shaking.
Without wasting any more time, I'll hand over to our judges.
Yeah, well done, both teams. This is obviously the penultimate elimination for some of you. For others, might be the last time you're standing here.
In my heart, I'm calm still because of the confidence I had after today. So we're standing there as they give us their judgment.
I'm going to hand over to Yaku now, who's obviously our subject matter expert and sponsor, for his feedback.
So firstly, well done. I loved the energy. I loved what you guys brought to it. I do feel like there's more work to be done in how you do the implementation, all of it. But I still think some solid ideas we had today.
Thanks, Yaku. Knox?
There were sparks of brilliance in both solutions. And I think with a bit more time and thought applied, you guys really could have blown it out of the water. So in the amount of time that you had, I thought just to start off with saying well done. I think there were real concerns on both sides. Asanda, specifically, for your own development, when a question is asked, it means that there's a void that we've seen in your presentation or clarity that we need. But overall, well done.
I really was set back and thought that maybe this was a missed opportunity and it could contribute to me going home.
So we started off with a bit of a twist, and we had Gugu and Jordan kind of switching places. Gugu, how was it for you moving into a new group? Was that something that excited
Absolutely
you?
amazing. It was the best decision the judges have ever made.
I can see that they had a lot of energy and they worked well together. So I guess it worked for her at the end. So she can't hate me.
Tyrell, how did you feel about Gugu leaving your team?
I was excited to work with Jordan, to be honest. But before that, Gugu and I have worked on a few tasks together. And what sometimes tends to happen is that Gugu does like to speak first, listen second. And I think in a team environment, we all have dynamics and we need to adjust ourselves to everyone else.
So I'm actually glad the other team voted me out. They actually did me a favor because it was a pity party in there.
It's an interesting conundrum because there's no clear winner today, but clearly someone does have to leave us. I'm going to ask the lowest scores from each group to step forward. So from Team My Trust, Gugu, you're up for elimination.
Given the circumstances of the leaderboard, it made sense. And the logic behind it is like, okay, it makes sense.
All right, Team My Trust, we'll see you guys next time.
Also facing elimination today from Broker Nexus, Khotatso, please step forward.
I understand why, considering they asked her questions and she didn't quite get it. I guess it did make her, be on the back foot.
All right, Team Broker Nexus, you guys are safe. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, judges. Thank you, judges. Thank you. I really enjoyed working with KG, but I also think we're at the point where the scores are so similar. It could be anyone's last day.
Khotatso, Gugu, it gives me no pleasure seeing the two of you standing in front of us today. But this is a competition, and there can only be one winner. So today, we have to let both of you go. You're dismissed.
Thank you. I am very disappointed in myself because I know I could have done much better. I just feel like it was also another curveball thrown at us where 2 people were eliminated. And having worked with KG, if there was one person going home, it wasn't going to be me.
I'm actually proud of myself. Yeah, I was out of my depth today, but I still showed up. Yeah, and I'm happy I got this far. I mean, I could have left at like top 10, made it to top 7 out of like, I don't know how many applicants, so I can only be proud of myself.
Judges, thank you so much. You've played your part today. I think I'll go break the news to the rest of the team.
Thanks, Tapelo.
So with that being said, who do you think's going home?
KG, because Gugu's gonna walk in. Gugu's coming back.
But she won.
What did you guys eat?
So we're sitting there discussing, wondering who's gonna come in, and Tapelo walks in. Oh.
You don't look like Gugu.
You don't look like Gugu.
Or KG.
I think Karabo and Asanda both expected Gugu to come through. On my side, I was hopeful that Khotatso made it through. So to see Tapelo kind of greet us, it was a shock.
You guys not happy to see me?
Always happy.
To see you.
Whenever you come, there's something. There's something there.
On a more serious note, none of them are coming back. They've both been eliminated. We now have 5 of you left. So think about it. Process that. The game might be beginning now. All the best, man. And well done.
I felt disappointed. In the back of my mind, I was rooting for the girls.
On a happy note, top 5.
Top 5.
There's one task left, there's a lot at stake, and there's no room for mistakes. I'm going to take all the feedback that the judges gave us, and I'll make sure that is visible when I stand at that stage next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the challenges are getting tougher and the stakes are higher. The semi-final, of course, is just around the corner. Who will make it through? Find out next time when our top 5 face their most trying challenge yet in the race to becoming the next insurance apprentice. Stay tuned for scenes from the penultimate episode of the Insurance Apprentice.
The pressure is growing.
Welcome to the FSCA.
There are going to be 2 tasks that are coming up.
There's literally 30 seconds to decide your fate. If you flunk it in the first 30 seconds, you're gone.
I think there was a clear loser today.
Oh my gosh, was it that clear that I fumbled?
And looking at the 4 of you, I really think we're in good hands.
But unfortunately, I'm afraid you're leaving the competition now.
Sasria, as the only company in South Africa that insures you against civil unrest,